This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? The next. We keeping the foot on the what? The next. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts its pipes. Now let's get on to the last video of the day. Listen, man. This is the problem that Hino's Sport is talking about. And I'm going to get in serious mode right now. No incendiary words. It's going to be a very serious video. Because I need this to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me. Hear me. Well, get the notepads out and get to the damn scribble. Symbolism, tokenism is what's bad with the black community. Let me say it again. Symbolism and tokenism is what's bad with the black community. They don't practice group economics. And see what the NBA is doing to make you think that they're showcasing Black Lives Matter. And I'm not talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. That's bullshit. Let me say it again. I'm not talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. It's bullshit. I'm talking about Black lives actually mattering, right? Here's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat truth teller fashion. Putting a sign, "I can't breathe," on your jerseys, that does not help the actual cause. It does not push the agenda to where you want it to go. All it does is it just shows marketing, because people are going to profit off of that. The NBA is going to profit off of that. See, you Rudy Pool and you Plum Plum, you classic those and you troglodytes, you ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. My bad. I guess I got to use incendiary words because it applies. Here's the problem. Folks don't get it. This is what I was talking about when I said the NBA is all about the bottom, the line. They're all about the least path of resistance, so that LeBron James and the Class A narcissist form could win an NBA title. Putting something on your jersey does not quantify. It does not denote. It does not give any serious substance or basically validity to what you're doing. All it does is it just puts writing on a freaking jersey. How does that help? How does that help those who are struggling? How does that help those who are actually dying from police brutality? How does it help those that are actually dying off of the stem of racism? How? What is these brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads not getting? This is why I was talking about when I said if LeBron wanted to showcase his socially aware stripes, he should have got out of the forefront and said the NBA season should be canceled. Because basketball is a mundane thing right now. Right now, it should be about COVID-19, people's health and welfare, and Black lives needing to matter. His ass should be out there in the front protesting with the microphone in his hand, yelling and basically saying, look, we have an issue. We have a systemic issue here. You said you were the political figure, LeBron. This is what I'm talking about. And the NBA is even worse because they think this thing right here is how to appreciate and how to uplift their populace of 80% of NBA players that are black. And if you guys are falling for this, you are brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads. Let me say it again. If you're falling for this, you are brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads. I've already said this. Anyone that sits here and covers the NBA and covers the NBA season, you are a coon, you are Uncle Tom, and you are someone that has no right and no ability to talk. I'm going to say it again. Anyone that covers the NBA, after they sat here and said, talking too sideways out of their ass and saying before the NBA season shouldn't start, and you cover it, you are a coon, you are Uncle Tom, and you have no validity in what you're saying. This NBA season, Hino's Sport is going to talk against it. Because I could see it's a fraudulent, fake, on-the-spot NBA championship to give LeBron James an abysmal 40%, 4 out of 10 NBA Finals averager and performer substance. Remember, this is Love Participation Award era. You guys have to see this stuff for what it is. And when Hino's Sport keeps using seer fashion to point out the true basketball eye test, you guys got to see this stuff. I'm giving you Yoda form here. I'm proselytizing your ass into the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and the cutthroat truth teller fashion. The NBA doesn't care about their populace. They don't care about their bottom line. What they basically told the populace and the bottom line of 80% of black players is, this is what we think of your movement. We're going to have you be able to put on signs on your jerseys. That's modern day plantation slavery right there. If you guys know anything about Jim Crow laws, if you guys know anything about slavery that's associated with segregation and actual slavery prior to that, this is how they treated colored folks. They gave them a little bit of a treat, a little bit of a cookie crumb, a little bit of a snack to say that you can at least do this. It's the same shit they're doing when they're telling these NBA players you could just put a sign on your jersey. How does that help? Is that going to stop police brutality that's still happening at this very self-same moment? Let me say it again. Is that going to stop police brutality that's happening at this very self-same moment right now, folks? Wake up. Smell the damn coffee. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and higgity hush your damn self. If you're not seeing the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat truth teller fashion here. This does not bring awareness to a real systemic issue. This is why I tell you guys, LeBron is about the bullshit. And this is why I try to tell you guys, the NBA is about the bottom line. They're all about appeasing this Class A narcissist. And he knows the sport is always going to speak the truth against their lies. Let me say it again. He knows the sport is always going to speak the truth against their lies. Because he knows the sport has to roll this thing out on the red carpet. Here's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and the cutthroat truth teller fashion. So hear me and hear me. Well, tokenism and symbolism doesn't have anything to do with group economics. Let me say it again. Tokenism and symbolism doesn't have anything to do with group economics. Wake up, people. My woke as fuck, black conscious people. Wake the fuck up and protest against the NBA. Boycott against this nonsense. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is they're going to put the blind and the wolves over your eyes via NLP. What is NLP? Neuro-linguistic programming, i.e. to delude the subconsciousness of themselves, because they know it's bullshit, so they have to delude the subconsciousness of their own self so that they can believe in that bullshit, so they can turn around and delude the subconsciousness of you. Now that's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and the cutthroat truth teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.